What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to our channel here at Vagabond Builds. And today we're bringing you a comparison video between two 2023 IONIQ 5s, and to my right I have the SEL trim compared to the Limited trim, both IONIQ 5s in the 2023, and we're going to be bringing you guys some similarities and main differences between both trims. But before we do, this is not a sponsored video, so if you guys do like our content and support our channel, tap that like button, subscribe to our channel. If you got something for us to email us. Here's the email below, and we could talk details later. A special shout out and a thanks to Roseville Hyundai for providing us these beautiful cars for this review. Now, check out the new look here in Roseville, California at the Roseville Hyundai store. It is new, bougie, and high class feel because they are opening up the new look as we do this video. Guys, stay tuned, keep watching. We're dropping those MSRP stickers so you guys get an idea of what these cars come with. Also, the price tag on top. Now let's go ahead and bring IONIQ 5 over to you guys. So now let's talk comparison, but before we start to compare differences, we're gonna talk a quick similarity, and that is about the specs. So both coming in the H-Track all-wheel drive system, which means that comes with dual motors, and that's one motor to run the front tires and one motor to run the back. Now take a look, we popped one hood because of both drivetrains being similar. Now let's talk numbers. They both come in the 225 horsepower, 258 pounds-feet of torque. If you have the single motor, it comes with 168 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds with the 77.4 kilowatt battery system, 697 volt lithium polymer battery. Now for the MPGe, everybody, 113 city, 90 highway, and a 101 combined with a 266 mile range and a charge time of about 8.5 hours. Now, they do have, of course, fast charging capability and things of that sort, but that is one huge similarity between the all-wheel drive systems. Remember, these are also long ranges. Now let's talk front end differences between both IONIQ 5 SEL trim and compared to the Limited, and what do we see that is different right off the bat? If we come over to the lighting system, if you guys can tell that the hazards to the SEL are down here, kind of a little signal light, right? Around the hazard, you got the matte black plastic trim, right? Bumper sensors are integrated, that's something similar, but this is different here. If I go ahead and show you guys in comparison, that I have no signal light hazard here, but the color scheme is different, giving you more of a higher class look on the Limited trim because it is the higher trim. And of course, that silver just coming together with that color on this car is just beautiful. Another difference is the LED lighting, the hazards are up top. Check that out. Okay, that's what it looks like. That lighting going across that trim, if you guys can see that in the video, there's like little thin lines going vertically on the horizontal plane, to where on the SEL, you don't have that extra characteristic. Again, just giving it so much more character on the Limited. That is beautiful. No camera on the SEL, all right? So no 360 camera on the SEL compared to the camera system here on the Limited trim, all right? Now moving forward with this, dropping down to the rims. The rims on the SEL is a 19-inch rim in the black gloss with the machine surface silver, running Michelin Primacies all seasons, and the tire size to that is 235, 55, 19, to where they upgrade the rim to a 20-inch with the black gloss machine surface silver, and that is 1 extra inch, so it's a bigger rim, giving it more, taken away from the wheel well space. Michelin Primacy Tours All Sports, so a nicer or upgraded Michelin tire, and a 255, 45, 20. Difference, another one. Wheel well trim, matte black plastic, very durable plastic. Can't say that it won't last, it will last on this, but look at how nice and clean this looks in that kind of silver, that matte metallic silver look, just beautiful look. Again, side mirrors, because you do not have the 360 camera on the SEL, this comes with an integrated camera system right under the side mirror, and the SEL does not have that camera. Windshields, no rain sensor, all right? No rain sensor here up. Check this out. Rain sensor right here in that little circle that you get. Well, it just kind of just throws those windshield wipers on for you by themselves. And now, continuing, moving forward, Up top, the glass. You guys see that full glass that goes from the front all the way to the back? If you compare that over to the SEL is just the same color as the body of the car. A little bit about the dimensions of both these cars. You get 183 in the length, 74 inches in width, and 63 inches in height for the length. So length, width, and height are both similar to these cars. So nothing different in that. Other than the color schemes on the side, they are pretty much similar. Wanted to show you guys. That's how you get over to the plug, and this lets you know how much your car is charged, these pixels. You got a button to close, and that's how it looks. Now coming over to the rear end, LED lighting, but again, other than that matte kind of metallic silver look on the bottom end of that rear end compared to that matte black plastic, that is literally pretty much the only difference from the rear ends. Let's go ahead and jump inside the cargo. You do have on both hands-free lift tailgate, but I'm not gonna do that. There you go, there's a button on the right-hand side of that camera system, and cargo area. Now, cargo area, you got that back bench, that's a 60%er and a 40%er, so you can drop those. The cargo area, with those seats up, are 27 cubic feet of space, and if we're to drop those seats down, it is a full 59 cubic feet of space. But one thing I want to bring you guys' attention to is the entryway to this rear end, and it is huge. Being the all-wheel drive, if you want to head up towards the mountains, put your bicycles there, skis, snowboards, it is a good grocery getter because you have a whole lot of room. On the left-hand side of this rear cargo area, you got a 12-volt, 180-watt outlet. The soft yellow, I would have liked to see some LED or ambient lighting inside this rear cargo. Come on, Hyundai, upgrade that rear cargo lighting. Under the mat, you got your tire mobility kit, but there is no spare tire inside the IONIQ 5s. And of course, your cover for your trunk if you don't want anybody peeking through that rear glass. Dropping down. Now, we're pretty much done with the cargo area on both cars. There's nothing different from IONIQ 5 SEL over to the IONIQ 5 Limited. So now let's go jump inside the interior and talk differences and similarities. Now sitting inside the lower trim, which is the SEL of the 2023 IONIQ 5, and right off the bat, the 8 main differences that meets the eye, starting with the door panel. Up right here on this little trim, you get the memory seating on the Limited, to whereas the SEL does not come with the memory seating. Your speaker system is not the Bose premium sound system. So in the SEL, you do not get Bose. And the door sill plate. The IONIQ 5 on the SEL comes full plastic, to whereas the Limited comes with the aluminum integrated door sill plate. To the fourth difference, heads-up display. You don't get that on the SEL, to whereas the Limited, you get the heads-up display. Moving forward to the infotainment screen now, I'm gonna show you guys something. This is our fifth difference, ventilated seats, okay? You get the heated steering wheel, heated seats, but you don't get ventilation on the SEL, to whereas the Limited gets the ventilated seats. Dropping down from there over to the camera button here, as mentioned, you do not have 360 camera system, so that's gonna look different inside the SEL. And if you go ahead and press the camera button in the SEL, you don't get the driving parking assist system inside the SEL, to whereas the Limited, if I go ahead and press and hold the parking button, I'm gonna show you guys that, literally helps you park the car itself. And you could also do that from the key fob, which is a very cool feature to have on the Limited. Up top, another difference is that full top glass that you get in the Limited, to whereas the SEL, no glass, it's just that canvas or that top liner that looks, of course, you know, pretty much the same as in every other car. And then to finish off with the electric controlled passenger seating, the SEL is manual control, to where the Limited trim comes with the electric controls. Now, just to kind of bring this car over to you in the similarities, you have pretty much the same screens, 12.3 inches on both screens, from cluster to the infotainment screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You also want to show you guys the map and how it looks. You can split that screen. Your media is pretty much the same. Cluster, you can control the info cards, change your drive mode, and it looks different. If you go into sport, it gives you kind of a different character look on the cluster itself. Right behind, paddle shifting if you want to drive fast, your control units to your windshield wipers, lighting, and your knob, that super cool futuristic new knob on these IONIQ 5s, to where you just need to turn the knob there to put it into neutral, reverse, and press that button if you want it to park. On the left-hand side, you get your liftgate button, traction control, and your lighting system for your dashboard. Dual climate controls, and you can control that map or navi from manual buttons here. Very cool. Dropping down, look at all this aisleway you get in these IONIQ 5s. Similar here also between the Limited and the SEL is the 12 volt, 180 watt, and the USB-A plugins with some cubby room down here. Cup holders, wireless charging pad in both. So SEL and Limited come with the wireless charging pad with 2 more USB-A plugins. So 3 total up here in the front, so nobody's fighting for that. Some more personal space if you want to hide a wallet, and you could fit some purses down here or things of that sort. Now, we're pretty much done with the front side of this interior. Let's go ahead and jump over to the second row and show you guys that. Now, second row of the SEL trim, and the main differences right off the bat. Those door sill plates, they are still plastic on the SEL. The Limited comes with the the aluminum integrated door sill plates. Also, the glass. Remember the glass? Just want to bring that forth to you guys because I'm going to show you guys that in this video. The lighting here is different because there is no glass here, so you get lighting right here. Whereas also the SEL does not come with the sun visor system on the back door panels, so we can lift that sun visor and completely block out those sun rays, or if it's, bothering you there too, right? But overall, pretty much similar. Space test, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches, and that is completely clear. Your leg room is there. Your bench can drop. So literally for a long road trip, this car is a check. And literally it's just a very comfortable car with your vents here on your B-pillars. That's pretty different. You get your pockets, 2 USB-A plugins on both the SEL and the Limited with some cubby room. Armrest, this is what your armrest looks like with your little itty bitty cup holders. They did minimize those from the front over to the back. Wish they would have just done them a bit bigger so you can fit bigger things on that cup holder. But that's pretty much done. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Limited and show you guys the differences. All right, everybody, now in the Limited trim, and this is the higher trim, and starting with the door panel, remember what we were talking about. The memory seating, you get 2 memory seatings here. That's 1. You get the Bose premium sound system. That's 2. And if I go ahead and pop this door open, the aluminum integrated door sill plate, that's the 3rd one, okay? Now, up top, you get that heads-up display, huge heads-up display. That is very cool and convenient. I am a fan of those on any car that you get. Moving forward with the screen, you get, remember what I told you about ventilation? You can literally move to ventilation or heated seating, but the difference is that you get ventilation on the Limited. Moving down, you got that parking camera button. If we go ahead and press it, not only that, it gives you multiple camera angles because of the 360 camera system. But if I go ahead and press and hold, look what it does. Remote parking instructions. You can do it from the key fob, and it literally gives you instructions of how that is done. That is something that is very different from the SEL over to the Limited, and that is a very convenient thing if you just need to move your car up forward or back just a little tad bit, because we all know that we've done it at least once in our lives. Now, that glass all the way over to the second bench, and let me show you guys something. The visor literally splits in 2. That is so cool. What do you guys think about that? Because typically we would see a visor just going all the way back over to that second row seating, but here it goes forward and back, which is very cool, giving you a more newer kind of newer feel, like you're buying a newer car and you're kind of like the newest on the market. Another difference is something I forgot to mention in the SEL. On the Limited, you have literally the leg extension rester, and that is electric controlled. So let's go ahead and press those buttons. Check that out, super cool, and it literally supports the calf area. That is very cool if you're like maybe waiting for a charge, you want to rest your legs or things of that sort. Again, the electric passenger seating on the Limited to where the SEL comes manual. Now we're pretty much done with the comparison between the SEL and the Limited. I want to show you guys a quick look of what the back bench looks like or the differences on that back bench. Let's go ahead and do that. Now the three main differences on the back bench from Limited to the SEL, starting with the O Shiznit handle or the O Snap handle. The lighting, instead of being here in the center because there's a glass here, you have the lighting right here near the O Shiznit handle. And then the sun visor system, all right, which is very cool and convenient to have. And then the door sill plate, the IONIQ 5 still with that integrated aluminum plate, which is a very nice upgrade. But overall, the USB-A plugins and everything else is similar. Now, as promised everybody, here are the MSRP stickers to these cars. So here's the MSRP sticker to the SEL. And you guys get an idea of what it comes with the price tag on top. And here is the MSRP sticker to the Limited with what it comes with and the price tag on top. Thanks so much, guys, for watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds. Stay tuned. We have more cool things coming. Any comments, questions, concerns, leave in the comment section below. God bless you.